Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today of course we'll be working on the JZX again, doing some little things here and there. First off, I wanted to say that I'm going to stick with my AR5 transmission I have. The Z32 trans, the more I looked into it, the more it just seemed like there was no shifter option for it, and Excessive hasn't emailed me back, so I'm thinking that they just don't want to do anything about it or something. I don't know. Regardless though, so I'm going to sell that setup. And I found out that they actually have clutch kits that they didn't make whenever I swapped the car to AR5. When it was originally swapped, they only had like 1 or 2 clutch options. That's what I didn't like about it. But now I've discovered they make clutch options that can hold up to 1,000 horsepower with that transmission and the motor together. So I'm not going to get one that high. I'm going to get one that's like stage 5 or something that holds 750 horsepower up to. And it's great for drifting. It's just a single disc. That way I can still drive it on the street and not have all the cluttery noises of a twin disc as well. So, but what I'm starting out doing today is I am working with the back of the car. I'm doing a modification to the license plate that I learned from Josh. He had taken these like bumper quick releases and had basically put them where the license plate used to go, and so I got 2 more coming, so I can drill this side out and I'll have this side paint matched. And so what it'll do is it'll be this way for when I'm driving on the street, and then this way for on the track, and it'll be painted so that way I don't have just a stupid license plate that doesn't look very cool in any pictures or videos of my car drifting. Okay, so the license plate modification, I know my back is fucked up right now because of the wreck, but anyways, I got these on. I still need the other 2 that'll be facing backwards. But what I ended up doing, so a little hard to do with one hand. What I ended up doing was just bending the mounting points and then bolted these right in. I was going to weld it on the side because I thought I could get away with just welding it, putting it there. But bending them seemed a lot easier, and it's not too bad. It takes a little bit of a, actually it wasn't too bad, but kind of does the job. Bumper's not sitting on there right now. So I got the old stock bumper off, and I put my back bumper on as best I could for right now, but just sitting on here with nothing holding it on, it's not too bad. And then this side is where obviously it's messed up because this got hit, so this needs to be pulled out. I think this is just a little bit flared out too. So I think it comes into here, so it needs to be pulled out pretty far. But I'm pretty happy with how it fits over here without anything holding it on. So put the kill switch in, had to drill a hole. I don't remember which size it went up to. It was like the second size. They're all dirty, can't tell. But I drilled a hole here to put the switch over here, because this is the positive cable. It's going to come along to here, comes onto here, and this is going to be the other side. It's going to come down. I've got my breaker, the 200 amp breaker that's mounted here, so it'll go to here. I got a new battery cable coming for that, and then another new one that'll go from here to the positive on the battery. The negative one will route around here and come and land on that. Okay, so I know in the last video we put the ECU and stuff in the glove box, and I didn't really show it. I kind of forgot to record it. But the way we routed the wires in from the engine bay is there's actually a gap, just on my phone right now, but there's a gap between the firewall and all the AC stuff that's back here. And basically that allowed us to route it down and come up through here, up into the fuse box. And then what we did here is, I need to finish this, but You can see most of it. So I cut a hole right there in the glove box. It'll be more closed up here in a second, like that. So it's all closed up. I got the wideband WB1 mounted against the back right there. The fuses are just sitting in here. I don't know if those will get strapped down or anything. ECU is mounted right here. And then the relays, I'm about to put some 3M Velcro pieces on here. On the plugs, obviously not the relays because the relays are replaceable. So I'll put those here so that way I can pull them out of the way when I need to, and then when I have them strapped in here, that way they won't be just plopping around in here. This wire is for my screen, my power tune screen. I got a connector coming for it so I can plug it in here because it wires up in series since it's on the CAN bus. Okay, like I said, I just had to finish doing the Velcro, so now these are Velcroed on here. So I can still pull them out of the way when I need to plug the tuning cable in if there's not enough room, but there should be plenty of room in here. I left this starter switch and the battery hookups down here because I still have to pin the other side and run the wires for that. And then I didn't know what this input and output was for this. I'm assuming they have it wired up so I can put something that needs an output or put something that needs an input and plug them in. So I left those down here since they won't be flopping around in here, and I can still access them and plug them in and do whatever I need to do with them. Because I bought a whole kit of the Deutsch or whatever these connectors are called. I'm sure that's wrong, but yeah, I bought a whole kit of those and the crimper and everything I need so I can make them. And
all right, so what I'm doing here is I'm cleaning this bolt hole in the block right here, so I can bring my ground directly to the block instead of putting it on the motor mount where it used to go. And this is the battery cable from the trunk. So I'll have the battery cable from the trunk grounded straight to the motor, and then I'll have the old battery cable that went from the engine block to the battery will be on here as well, and it'll go up to the basically the bus bar that'll be up there to feed all the negative stuff. Alright, so put the camera off here. Got that ground up here, but pretty plain. You can see no more black paint on it. So then I'll have my ground hook up here, and I gotta get the other wire. Okay, so the grounds are bolted on, and the old battery cable, which is this one, is going to come up to here now. Not sure the routing of it yet, but this old post terminal will be coming off, and then I'll just cut this cable, and then I'll crimp on a new, basically a new eyelet, kind of like this. And I'll have the negative bus bar somewhere up here, and the positive bus bar somewhere up here as well. So I can distribute power to the starter, or not, yeah, to the starter, and to all the other things that need power up here. So this wire is the old power to starter, and that'll go on here still. Luckily it's already got, it's got an eyelet already on it, so I can probably just bend that straight or whatever and put that on the bus bar, and then have the other end go to the starter like it used to. I'm waiting on the bus bars to come in. I accidentally ordered the wrong size at first, so it came in and they were really small bus bars, so I was like, oh, I can't do that. So I don't know where those will land just yet. I still have to figure out where the power steering reservoir is going to go. I think I'm going to end up probably switching it though to like a Chase Bays one, since that one seems to be leaking. And I have it in the cart as well for the AC delete bracket with the belt that goes with it. Have that in the cart. Haven't ordered it yet. All right, got the coolant pipe from Andy, so we can put this on and put the manifold on now. All right, got the modified pipe, so just go straight to there. No more extra pipes to block off. Now we can put the Artec manifold on.
Follow in my footsteps, I say hello, 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 hello. You can't do what I do, that's just something you don't. I make this look easy from the way that I talk. On tip mention, I be turning suckers to ghosts. I be like Rock the Great One, I lay a smack down when I'm on the station. I never back down, I'm an inspiration. Illuminate a little with imagination. Now who the hell telling me to leave the basement? It's over, face it, it's been too long, there's a new replacement. Y'all motherfuckers need to learn some patience. 9 to 5s ain't allowed, that's a slave. Money come quick, even quicker when it go. Money come quick, something burnt in your soul. No, you can't fit a hoe, cause you ain't in control. If you money, 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 ain't it funny how it goes? Money come quick, even quicker when it go. Money come quick, something burnt in your soul. No, you can't fit a hoe, cause you ain't in control. If you money, 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 ain't it funny how it goes? Follow in my footsteps, I say hello, 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 hello. You can't do what I do, that's just something you don't.
All right, I skipped the boring process of putting the, oh, I forgot one. Whoopsie. All right, well, I gotta do that one still. All right.
I'm so cool.
I had to put the Wee Man on her, and I had Josh put the He Man on her. She's all on there now. Too bad I don't have a turbo yet. I still gotta buy the 90-degree piece that goes here so the wastegate can fit, because it's, yeah, that's how close it is to the motor mount, so the wastegate won't fit. So you have to buy this like 90 wastegate flange that moves it over. Alrighty, got these little wire clamps with these rubber insides bolted here to keep these wires from going in the timing belt. I'll probably get another one to go down here somewhere, keep it from even getting a chance to get in there. Normally there's a cover back here, but I guess this motor was put together without one, and I'm not taking it apart to put on one. So I got the bus bars just came in, or the power distribution blocks, whatever you want to call them. But obviously red positive and black is negative, so those will go somewhere in there. I'll figure that out here in a minute. I got the right Deutsch connectors, or whatever you want to call them, finally. So there's the right one in there, so I can crimp my screen wires in there, and I can put them in there and plug them in to that WB1 so it hooks up in series. Also got the other quick releases for that license plate, so I can do the other side, so I can have it. Okay, it took me to figure out how. Took me a second to figure out how to wire the connector. There's 4 plugs in it, but I'm only using can high and can low because the screen already has power to it, and I don't think that it would power from here. I think it just picks up the CAN bus. But from the diagram I read, it goes on 3 and 4, and then your terminal 1 and 2 are your power terminals, like ground and power. So I hooked them up to there. Not a bad little tool from Amazon with the connectors and everything, but not too bad. Took me a second to figure out how this thing's supposed to work, but figured it out. Got that in there. Got the relays velcroed to here so they won't be wobbling around, and I can still pull this up and do whatever I need to do in here and have plenty of room. The only thing that's kind of floating around in here is the fuses, but I don't think they're really going to be an issue. And if I need to, I can always just zip tie them so they're floating in there or something. But I also still have, well, never mind. I thought I had the ability to open this tray, but I guess I do not. That's because this hits the ECU right here. I mean, I guess I could still technically can slide like my registration and stuff in there, but who knows what we'll do. So I'm working on mounting these distribution blocks.
I put the positive one further in because the battery positive used to be further this way. And then I took the old wire that went to the starter, the power wire, and I flattened it out. It used to be a 90. It's a lot straighter now. So that way it can end up on this post, which looks like I'm gonna have to drill this eyelet out a tiny bit to get it to fit over there. So it'll still be the right length to get back to the starter, since the positive used to sit basically where the intake throttle body's sitting. And then I'm gonna put the negative one probably over here in this area. That way they're far enough apart that I shouldn't have to really worry about them. Somewhere in this area. I'm not sure just yet. Got the positive power distribution blocks mounted and everything. Got the wires landed on it. So, and then it has these plastic cap nut things to go on here. Like so, so that way no chance of hitting that thing unless you get the inside from the sides. I gotta put the negative one on. Probably gonna see what some of this stuff is here, maybe get rid of it. But it's also not flat there, so. There, I got the negative or ground distribution bar mounted. This was originally grounded just like the wall right here or whatever. I took that off and I put new ends on it because the old one wouldn't fit over these. So it's got 2 new ends on it. This piece, I'm gonna get a new piece to crimp on. I'm gonna cut this shorter so I can have it come here. And it'll be nice and tight. And then the intercooler piping will come around here probably.